the button and I was waiting for something to happen and it just paused there.
Is
So,
that
anyways, we are
is
now
this thing
live.
is this thing working? Hello, is this thing working?
Every once in a while, it works.
Oh,
So, how's it going, Paul?
it's going okay. Yeah, I just dropped my dad off for a vacation. Him and his girlfriend's going to Alaska on a cruise. Yeah, they're gonna be gone for about 12 days, and they're going on Alaska for a cruise, and I'm just, trying to make it through the day, man. It's a never-ending news cycle. Like every 5 minutes, it just changes. Wait five
Uh,
minutes, and news cycle changes. Wait 5 minutes, and some kind of other drama changes. It's never ending, and it's so hard to keep up with everything.
well, one thing I'm just going to touch on things today because there's so much going on and there's so much to talk about, and we're not going to talk about all of it. But one thing I don't know if you saw, but Republicans have now basically taken a, a Democratic politician hostage.
I saw that.
Her name is Nicole Collier. For those who don't know, she is not allowed to leave, I believe it's the state capitol, without a police escort.
They've got her locked in her room at the Capitol. She can't get out.
And if she signs a permission slip, she can have an armed escort go with her. That is kidnapping.
Yep, they've got
Absolutely,
her
that is
kidnapped.
kidnapping.
I would be doing some live tweeting and some live video from there. Don't think I wouldn't walk out my door and do live right there. Don't think I wouldn't.
She should. And I did see, and I can't remember, it was on threads, and of course my phone's recording right now, so I can't get to it, but it was there was one of the politicians, it's Booker Squared, I think is her name on threads.
I don't know.
He posted a link or a phone number to two different places. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. But I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous that they are holding this woman hostage inside the state capitol.
Okay, I want to say one thing about that. You can read in between the lines. I did not see that coming, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I'm going to.
Not see that coming. Not see that coming.
It's Elizabeth Booker Houston is the one I saw. Here it is, and again, it's going to be backwards on here, but just so it's on there, people can see. This is what I'm reading from.
Yeah.
Update. I've received word the calls are working. Texas Republicans are freaked out by this rapid response. Keep going. The staffers said if they don't answer, you can call Speaker's office 512-463-1000. Speaker's COS 512-463-1000. They said you can ask for the chief of staff. Now that was after she had tweeted out or threaded out two numbers to call to demand that Texas Republicans stop holding Nicole Collier 95 hostage. Sergeant at Arms 512-463-0910 and Chairman of House Administration Charlie Green 512-463-0784. So they are absolutely fighting back and trying to get this woman freed because this is no longer a democracy
No.
when a party starts taking another party hostage and kidnapping them inside the Capitol, there is no freedom in our government any longer.
If I was her, I would sue the immortal shit out of them people.
Well, just how can you possibly condone this behavior at all?
I mean, hello, just when you think they got to the lowest, and then there's another low, then there's a new low. The lows are approaching hell status at this point. It's how low it's going.
And it is just it's getting worse and worse. And speaking of getting worse and worse, we're not going to go into details, but you know last week, Trump brought Vladimir Putin to the United States, did not arrest him as a war criminal, as it should have been,
Yeah.
rolled out the red carpet for the man. A murderous dictator gets red carpet treatment and a flyover of the U.S. military to welcome him. Then today, Zelensky shows up. Trump supporters are bad mouthing Zelensky because he's wearing a t shirt instead of a suit. He's been in the middle of a war for 4 years, a war that he didn't start, a war he didn't ask for, a war he did nothing to provoke. And they want him to dress in a suit.
Trump supporters are the worst.
But at least the European Union sent members with Zelensky this time, so Trump and his cronies couldn't bully him like they did the last time. But
You know what? That was back in 2000. When was that? When they bullied him?
that's this year.
That was this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was earlier this year. Why does it feel like it's been 10 years ago? I mean, this whole it is just
Because this presidency already seems like it's lasted 8,647 years.
it
And notice the
does.
number 8647. That's all I'm saying. But anyway,
Ooh,
anyway, we'll,
ICE is gonna
we'll
come and
move
get
on from
you.
that. The Today they meet with Zelensky, and basically everything I'm seeing is that Trump is saying that Zelensky has to make concessions. That basically they want to have Zelensky give up the land that he shouldn't have to give up.
Nope.
The only way this war is going to end is if Putin decides he doesn't want to fight anymore because he started the war. He was not provoked to start the war. He wanted to steal the land. He thought it was going to be an easy grab, and it wasn't. I mean, the proof is the fact that this war has raged for 4 years now with no end in sight. So it was not the easy grab Putin thought it was going to be. Putin's end game, of course, is the United States because he wants us. We all know this. Trump will hand us to him if he has to. So, but it's Zelensky that's the problem.
No, Zelensky's not the problem. It's the other two.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, and did you see the way he weebled and wobbled on that red carpet?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I shared that video.
it's like, dude, what is wrong with you? You can't even walk a straight line. Now,
Oh,
now
and while we're
let's just play the what if game. What if that was Biden?
while we're talking about Trump's mental decline, you remember Covfefe, Covfefe.
I use it all the
He
time.
brought that back with Bella, capital Bela. No explanation as to what he was typing. Did Papa fall asleep while he was typing? That's my question.
No, I think he just what is it, that drug that they Adderall? I think he ran out of Adderall for it.
But of course, we all know the world's greatest troll right now.
Let's see. Which one?
Gavin Newsom.
Oh, Gavin Newsom. Yeah. I love that
Nobody is
man.
trolling to the level that he is.
He is all caps on all his tweets or whatever it is out there and all his
Sarah
messages.
Lyon Levitt,
Going
Justin Vance.
going after him, going after him. So are we about ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, like I said, we needed to point out those few things because again, it is the most corrupt regime that this country has ever seen, and I'm not going to stay silent about it. But while we're we're talking about it, we're not going to spend any more time on it because the corruption is obvious.
Yeah.
So with that, Paul has something he wants to talk about.
Well, I got excited about Krispy Kreme this week. Did you see Krispy Kreme's news? They came out with a special dozen of Harry Potter donuts, and I went and grabbed some today. And don't you roll your eyes. I saw that.
I hoped you did.
You know what? I'm going to crawl through this screen and choke you. And if it was Madonna donuts, it'd be different. Anyways, so
Hey, by the way, one of the girls at work did get me the Wonder Woman Krispy Kreme donut, and I have to say it was still sugar and air with the fondant and whatever else was on it, but it was good. I don't know if the fondant had like a strawberry flavoring to it, but when I ate the donut, it kind of seemed like it was a strawberry flavor in there. Not strong, but like
Yeah.
a hint just to add to the flavor. So I did appreciate that because I'm not a strawberry fan either, but I did appreciate that.
Well, cool. Well, back to Harry Potter. So they came
And
out with a
the
special
evil
series of
woman.
donuts. They got the house factions, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin, and they're all got really nice decorations on top of them, and they're filled with different filling inside of them. So I had one. I had Ravenclaws today, and it was well, I got the whole dozen, but it was filled with, if you know anything about butterbeer, is a butterbeer flavored cream inside of it. Oh my god, it was so good. And then they have all
All
these other decorative ones too, and I haven't tried the other ones to see what they taste like.
all I can remember about the flavors of the Harry Potter stuff was the anything jelly beans, and they were absolutely disgusting.
I
Because
never
that's the
had
only book that I read
those.
was the first one.
And then they have a sorting hat donut. You have to purchase that one separate because it looks like the sorting hat sitting on top of it, but there's a mystery cream inside of it because you don't know what's inside of it because since it's a sorting hat, so you don't know what you're going to get until you bite inside of it. So I didn't get one of those because those were $3.80 a piece on top of the 20 some dollars I spent on the dozen of the donuts. And I thought, you know what? I don't think I need a sorting hat. Well, maybe I might go back and get one later on this week and try it. But the box is where's the I'll be right back when I get that box.
Well, while Paul's going to get that, I've got a product that I tried, and I was like, I love Cheez-Its, and I thought, let's see what Walmart's is like. So I got the box of Walmart Cheez-Its, basically the white cheddar cheese crackers, and I
Yeah,
have to say, don't waste your $3 on the Walmart brand. The crackers
never.
are the crackers are soft and it's like they're stale. The flavor's good, but it's the soft cracker that Cheez-Its are crunchy. So I expected these to be crunchy. They're not.
Look at that. Look at the detail on that donut. Look at that. And I got the here is the Gryffindor. Look at that. And they smell so good. And then here is Ravenclaw right there. And then here's Slytherins. Yeah, I'm handling every darn one of them because I want to eat them. Our Slytherins right there. And then, so here's the box. Isn't that a beautiful box? It has all the house factions on it. It is
Oh, it's
totally
just
worth it.
lovely. Just lovely.
Look at that. Look at that. I am in my element. Harry Potter. So yeah. And I really like that. And then I had did you see where McDonald's is bringing back the adult Happy Meal since 2002?
I saw something a while back, but I didn't follow it because McDonald's doesn't have vegetarian food, so I don't really care about
Yeah,
McDonald's.
they do. They got French fries and apples.
French fries and apples are not a meal. If
They
I'm
got
going to get French fries
they
from
got
fast food, I'm just going to go to Burger King and get the Impossible Whopper.
they got pancakes. Anyways, so yeah, they're bringing back the adult Happy Meal, and I'm kind of excited about that. I
Well,
know
I
it's
do have
sad.
I do have one other product to talk about because I saw these in the store, and I've pretty much cut out eating cereal because of the ultra processed foods that they are. But I saw these, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to try that. So I did. I've got the Cheerios cookies and
Ooh,
cream
the
version,
protein. How is
and
that?
I have to say, every Cheerios flavor to me has a strong Cheerios flavor to it. Like you can always taste the Cheerios above everything else. but the hint of cookies and cream that comes with it is good. Like the blueberry, the 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 chocolate peanut butter ones they did. I tried those, and again, you could taste the Cheerio above the flavoring.
I love the ones that they came out with strawberry yogurt. Was it the strawberry yogurt ones that they
I never
had?
did try those. They did do
Oh,
yogurt covered Cheerios, but I never did try them.
those were delicious. I mean, I would just pour them out in a bowl without milk, and I'd eat them just as a snack.
But but when you tried the strawberry yogurt ones, did they have the Cheerios flavoring, or was
Well,
the
I don't.
strawberry yogurt?
I know what you're talking about, the Cheerios flavoring, and that doesn't hasn't never really bothered me because that's what you
It's
expect
not
from
that it bothers me.
Cheerios.
It's just that it's the strongest thing that you can taste.
But
Like,
it did have that hint of strawberry in it with the little white, you know, Oreos with the yogurt
well,
on
like
it.
these are called cookies and cream Cheerios.
What? How much protein is in a serving of that?
I got to put on my old man glasses here for that, Paul. Um, Let me get to where the light hits it. Serving size 1 cup. Calories 150 with the milk is 210, but I'm not going to keep going into that. Um, Total fat 3%, cholesterol 0%, of course. Sodium is 9%. Carbohydrate total is 9%.
Oh,
And
that's pretty low in carbs. Yeah. Hmm.
protein is 10%. And that's all without milk.
That's pretty good net carbs. So when you got something that's below 9%, yeah, that's pretty good.
But like I said, I was expecting more cookies and cream flavor and less Cheerios flavor. And it's lots of Cheerios flavor with a hint of cookies and cream flavor.
Okay.
And that's the only problem I ever have with any of the Cheerios flavorings is it's Cheerios and then the flavor.
I'm looking forward personally to Halloween when they start coming out with Blueberry. Oh, it's my favorite.
See, I loved Blueberry. It was my favorite of the monster cereals. And of course, I'm old enough to know that they used to be out year round and they weren't just a Halloween treat. But
I remember
all
that
the monster cereals,
Frankenberry.
Frankenberry, Count Chocula, and Blueberry were around the clock
I
all
remember
year
that.
long. You could get them. Then they stopped doing Blueberry, and then Blueberry would make its appearance every now and then, usually around Halloween. And then they stopped making Count Chocula and Frankenberry. But of course, with the gelatin and the marshmallows, I don't eat them anymore.
Well, you can pull those out. You don't have to eat those.
That's the best part of the cereal.
Oh, boo wah.
So, and for those that don't understand, I don't eat meat. Gelatin comes from the hooves of animals, so I don't eat gelatin.
Well, they can make it from something else, can't they?
They can, but they use gelatin to make it. It's like
Oh,
frosted Pop Tarts. I can't eat them anymore.
you can. Oh,
The
that
Pop
has
Tarts
gel.
that have the icing on the outside, they
Yeah.
have gelatin in them. And the ones
Oh,
without the icing on the outside, I've seen like they had a peanut butter cookie one, which was really good but really dry. Had no icing on the outside. It was just the peanut butter cream on the inside with the peanut butter cookie shell. It was really good, but it was best with a glass of milk.
so you're vegetarian,
Yes,
not vegan.
not vegan.
Oh,
Although I do love some almond milk.
mm,
I
okay.
got some. I got some chocolate almond milk in the fridge to try still that I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, I can't do almond milk.
Almond milk is so good.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
it's so good. Dollar Tree has their little one for $1.25. For less than that, you can get the half gallon at Aldi. It's like 220 something. They're both really good.
Cool.
Almond milk at
I
Dollar Tree is a little bit gritty, but the taste is great.
I do want to talk about that video you sent to me, and I never did respond to it. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube now. It was Madonna live at Rio at the beach there in Rio, where she had like a 1.4 million people there in attendance or something like that. And that was I didn't get to see all the way through it yet, but I did watch half of it, and that is just and I love she's singing all the hits. She's singing "Get Into the
and
Groove." I mean, she's singing all the old hits.
beyond that, it's the celebration tour, and it literally is a celebration of her career. She has people dressed as her at different points in the career, and at the end there's all of them come out in her different styles, and the the AIDS part, oh, it was just unbelievably touching. Like, I knew what the performance was, and then as I'm watching it, she does "In This Life," which surprised me that she even did that one live, because that was one of my favorite songs on Erotica.
Yeah,
And the song is very much about AIDS victims, and the lyrics are very obvious. And she sings that, and then I think she goes into "Live to Tell" in the performance, and she puts up pictures of different people, celebrities and such, that have died from HIV. And of course, Freddie Mercury got in there. Um, Keith Haring was on there.
imagine Rock Hudson, right?
I don't know if she put Rock Hudson. I don't know if it was more people that she had interacted with,
Yeah.
because I know she was friends with Keith Haring in New York. That one I do know. I don't know if she ever got to know Freddie Mercury or not, because she was
Sure.
just hitting it big when Live Aid happened, and that was his last big performance.
But putting on a performance like that, you can see the multiple televisions, giant televisions going down the whole beach. And one of my friends was explaining how stars do this concert. It's like sound travels actually pretty slow. And if she's singing back here on stage, and by the time it reached all the way down to the end of where those people are way down there, like a half a mile away from her, it would be should be singing something totally different, and the whole crowd would be going crazy trying to figure out what these words are. So as she's singing it, it's being broadcast in those speakers and those televisions instantaneous. So that sound is the same thing that you hear at the front of the stage as you hear at the end of the crowd back there, half a mile away. It's the same sound carried throughout the whole thing. It's a lot of science behind it, the way that technological advances and all this other stuff that's explained to me. And it took, I forget how long. One of my friends actually helped set that up, and he lives in Rio, and he works in television and music there. He's a DJ, and he said he helped set that up, and it took, uh, I believe they said they worked on it for over 2 weeks setting that up, getting ready for that, getting ready for
Well, it
that
was a
performance.
huge, huge deal.
Yeah, it
Like,
was.
when you see the far shots, and I said that I would not have gone to see it live because of the
I would
million plus
have.
people that were there. I mean, it was a free concert, but you're fighting almost 1.5 million people.
Now, did you see that? I love the crowd shots that they did. I saw what, I know what Brazilians look like. Like I said, I got some friends that are Brazilians, and they're always dark skinned, dark haired. There was a lot of white people there. So I think a lot of people from the United States went to go see that. I mean, it's a short plane
Oh,
ride to get down there.
she is a huge megastar that, unfortunately, she has fewer years ahead of her than she has behind her. And so seeing her on this scale of a performance is not that likely to happen again.
You never
But
know
I
that.
did notice one thing, because I've seen the YouTube videos where people shared from the HIV performance, where she was in a frame going over. They did not do that in this show, and I'm guessing it's because it's on the beach and they
Yeah.
couldn't have the cranes above her.
And the wind coming off the beach and all that.
And
So
so I understand that completely. I'm not faulting her for it in any way, shape, or form, but it did, to me, her remaining on stage for it was much more powerful of a performance than her flying through the air in a frame.
Okay, I hate to bounce on to another subject, but on a different note, have you been keeping up with what's been going on with Taylor Swift?
I know she's got a new album, and the man babies are crying their eyes out.
And all the hints that was dropping for it, everybody's going crazy. It's like, oh my god, it's gonna be a new album. Have you seen the latest crazes going on? She's talking
Never,
about
I don't follow her, so
she's talking about baking a lot of dough. She's in there making sourdough in the kitchen and all this other stuff, and she's dropping all these hints about number 47 and all this other stuff. Come to find out, she's dropping all the hints that the stadium where they're going to be holding the Super Bowl at this year has the mascot. It's something to do with sour. Correct me wrong if someone chime in, but by the way, correct me if I'm wrong. It's something to do with a sourdough, some kind of a doughboy or some sort. And it's going to be. It was the 47th stop on her leg on her tour that she spent that she performed at that stadium because she keeps saying the number 47. So everybody's putting together that she's going to be performing this year's Super Bowl, and it's just, can you imagine her playing the Super Bowl? You won't get
oh,
nowhere near that place.
I
The
know that she won't
thousands
be
of people
performing
that's
the
going to be outside
inauguration.
that. Do what?
She won't be performing the inauguration, nor will she perform anything for him.
No, she
But
won't do
that
that.
47 is out.
So, yeah, could you imagine how many thousands of people is going to be outside of that place just to even hear her sing? It's going to be amazing. So, I like that about Taylor Swift, and I love how she continues to piss off all the Republicans.
And they are having a fit. Like anytime I see a Taylor Swift story, I'm like, cue the whining man babies that can't stand a
can't
report about
stand,
somebody and move on.
can't stand a powerful woman, who rose to fame by herself with no help.
And
She did it all herself.
and I've said many times I hate her music, but I like her. She's a very good person.
Yeah,
And the people who throw a fit against her, we know why they throw a fit against her because she actually cares about people. It's like we said with Superman, the new movie. The only thing that was woke about the new movie was the fact that it was Superman is kind.
yeah. Also, I want to get back to Harry Potter. I have been seeing a lot of videos on Instagram of people leaking footage of them filming it with their cell phones of the new Harry Potter series being filmed in London. And so far, it's looking amazing. Yeah, I wasn't excited about it because of the casting, but now I'm seeing all the characters coming together, the new Hagrid, the new Harry, and all that, and all of them interacting. I'm all for it, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I've been a huge Potter freak from the books to the movies to the merch. I'm live, eat, and breathe Harry Potter, and here they're filming for the series, and I am just super excited about it after seeing that. So just go to Instagram, type in new Harry Potter series, and you'll be able to pull up those videos and watch them. I mean, it is just watching the magic unfold on the screen. And for the first time ever, Chris, have you been keeping up with the new Spider-Man movie being filmed with Tom Holland, Spider-Man
I
4?
have not.
Well, even on Instagram, they're leaking. There's people filming it on the streets of New York. That's where they're filming it, and they're showing the behind the scenes stuff. Tom Holland standing on top of the tank, and he's actually swinging like this in midair, and like he's spinning. They're doing like this in midair. They sling him back and forth, so he's actually in air doing that stuff, and he's acting like he's spinning the webs while he's doing it. And I think that is just super cool, and he looks great in the costume. He's, I mean, I'm excited about that too. I'm not sure when Spider-Man 4 is supposed to be coming out, and but yeah, I've been seeing all sorts of fan footage being put up about that because I'm filming it, and I've never seen fan footage before of any movies put up until now, because they're filming this Spider-Man movie out in the public and out in open. They're not hiding anything about it. They're just not.
They had pictures of Deadpool and Wolverine. They had pictures of Superman.
Oh, I know pictures, but this is videos.
Well, people just didn't take videos. Then I'm guessing, but
So I'm
there's
excited about.
anything that's out where people can get to, they're gonna film.
And
So
did you see where 40 minutes of the new Avengers movie was leaked?
no,
Yes, 40 minutes of the new Avengers movie was leaked out last night in the middle of the night somehow, but it was the script. Somehow the 40 minutes of the first forming the filming was leaked out, and I watched on YouTube, not on YouTube. It was TikTok, and there was a lady that was covering it, telling about what was happening with Doomsday and what was going on and all the. I mean, everybody's coming on board for this new movie. It's Doomsday. It's the X Men's going to be in it. The old Avengers, the new Avengers. There's going to be, and also Fantastic Four is going to be in this film. I mean,
but
it's going to
I've
be
already seen the cast list, and
it's going to be
it is,
huge.
it is. They talked about Superman having too many people in it.
This movie, I can't. The budget for Superman was what, 400 mil?
No, there is no actual known budget for Superman. Nobody knows
Or
exactly what it
maybe
costs.
okay, maybe I'm thinking about is the new Tom Cruise movie that came out, or was it the new Jurassic Park film
Well,
that said
what
400
I
mil?
was gonna say was there's a lot of haters that can't stand that there's a new Superman because they can't let go of Henry Cavill, who was not a legitimate translation of the character, and they hate they hate on everything to do with the Superman movie.
But what I'm talking
And
about is the budget. The budget for this film.
I'm getting to it.
Yeah, okay, go
It
ahead.
but the reported budget was, I believe, 150 million, 200 million, somewhere in there, and there was no absolute verification of that. And then people started saying, well, it has to make at least 800 million to break even after all the marketing and everything. And James Gunn posted that he doesn't know where people are getting that number, but it is not right.
Brian Carrico, one of our listeners and our watchers, is actually just chimed in, and he said it was $225 million with the budget for Superman.
But and again, that's reported budget. It's
Thank you
not.
for that, by the way.
I've not actually seen a verification on it, but I've seen a lot of trolls because anything about this movie gets posted on social media and they just can't let it go. They dog it to no end. And I'm like, do you all not want to be happy at all? Like,
Well,
if,
he just
if this movie is that much of a problem for you, just ignore it because every time you comment, the algorithm really realizes that you care about this movie and gives you more. So if you don't want to see anything about the Superman movie, stop commenting on it.
stopped
It's
commenting
that
on.
easy.
Yeah, Brian just chimed back in and said that it was an extra $200 million for marketing, so basically $425 million for
But
the movie.
again, from James Gunn, he's saying that's not true. He doesn't know where people are getting that. So I I mean that was James Gunn actually posted that on social media, and in Gunn's defense, like I know that he's not going to say that it's a flop when they're trying to build this new universe, but in his defense, when people ask him point blank questions, he tends to be honest about it, and if he can't talk about it, he won't answer it. But he won't lie and say no, this is not going to happen. So
So what I'm getting at, if it was, just pretend it was 400 million. Let's just go ahead and pretend that. Let's just play with that number. Just imagine the fucking budget for this new Avengers film with all those stars in it, including, I mean, Robert Downey Jr.'s coming out of retirement for that shit. I mean, good lord. I bet it's gonna top 600 to $700 million. It's got to. It's got to.
the that's the thing, we don't know because anymore they're not really telling us actual budgets. Like everything's estimated budget, but definite budgets. But how long are any of them going to be in? And my other problem is, and I know Nicholas Holt is now Lex Luthor, and they're not going to bring him back for a Marvel movie. But how many how many times do we have to have Kelsey Grammer come back as Beast? I don't like Kelsey Grammer. I don't find him at all a good actor, and
Why don't you like
I don't
Kelsey
want to see
Grammer as the
him.
Beast? I've never
Do
heard you
what?
say that.
I've never liked Kelsey Grammer.
Oh,
Frasier
goodness.
was the most bland character on Cheers. I don't know how he got his own show.
I love the show Frasier.
I never could watch it because I couldn't stand his character on Cheers.
His father's chair that played in the show Frasier, his father's chair's Bark Lounger had the duct tape on it. It was a real Bark Lounger chair, by the way. Bark Lounger made that for that show for him. You can actually find that chair in the Smithsonian Institute of Modern History. So I remember seeing that when I was there, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is his chair." And I thought it was really interesting because I do sell Bark Lounger, the line of furniture, and when I found out that they made that chair for him specifically for him, because that was not a line chair, that I've been selling Barclanger now for almost 30 years, and it's never been in the lineup ever. They actually created that for that show and put duct tape on it for him. So that's how they made it.
And the one thing I want to point out, you said it's in the Smithsonian for now,
Oh,
because
God.
I have to point out history is actually being erased and things are being removed from the Smithsonian by our current regime. But they say removing a Confederate statue is erasing history.
Well, they're putting them back in, as you know.
Oh
Did,
no,
did you see that? They're reinstalling them.
yes, because they can't get over the fact that they lost the Civil War. They want slaves. And it amazes me. I saw a report the other week that said the Latinos are gaining support for Trump. Like, how? How can you support him when he's taking you? I don't
I,
understand anybody of any race other than straight rich white men supporting Trump.
hey, do you know that new housing development that they're building over there next to that river where it flooded over there? We know that Walmart. There's a Walmart community center there in Morganton, and you're at a light there. If you make a right, there's like a golf course down through there on the right or somewhere.
I know of it. I've not been to it, so I
Well, there's a new apartment complex that is being built in that floodplain where it hit just flooded from Helene. They have stopped building on them. They can't find nobody to work on them. All the Mexicans are gone. They
of
left.
course.
They have been sitting there, just sitting there. They don't know when they're going to get. After I go by there to go see my friend Sheila, and I see nothing being done there. And I've been by there several times in the past couple months, and it looks like it's just stagnant. I don't see any movement going on. None. Every time I walk by, every time I drive by there, no cars, nobody working on anything, no nothing. I don't see anything.
Well, you saw that Carrie Underwood can't get anybody to work her farm now.
Oh wow, that poor little bitch. I can't
What
stand
happens
her.
when you support the enemy?
Yeah, yeah, and the people's bailed on her too, and I love that. Love that for her.
But I want to go back because you were talking about Spider-Man earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually watched it, but there was a Spider-Man Seasons of Change. It's a fan film that I'm guessing was filmed in Australia because it's Australian actor playing Spider-Man and Peter Parker in it. And I just happened to across it because I saw this kid in another thing that I was watching, and it's actually not bad. There's supposed to be a sequel coming this year, but the effects were really good. The issues they had was the biggest drawback, the car. The driver's side is on the right, not the left.
It's over there, yeah.
And
Um,
the radio in the car is saying currently in downtown Manhattan. So, like that, you understand that they're in Australia and they can only do so much
yeah.
with a fan film, but the effects, it said it was like a $2,500 budget on it. I can't imagine how it was that low of a budget.
They must know how to do a lot of special effects
I mean,
on
it
their
looks like a two and
computers.
a half million dollar budget, not a $2,500 budget.
How long was the film, Chris?
It is 50 minutes. It's on
Have,
YouTube.
have you posted the link before?
I think I sent it to you,
I can't recall. You send me so much shit
and
for me to watch.
but it's on YouTube. It's called Spider-Man Seasons of Change.
Okay.
And like I said, there is, if you go to the channel on YouTube,
Yeah.
because you can click the link on the video, you can actually see the trailer for the sequel that they're working on.
Oh, that's cool.
But
But for them
it's
to do
actually
that, they,
it's him against Craven and Craven's brother. I can't think of who it is right offhand. Let me look.
for them to do that, they
Anyway,
have to get special licensing agreements from Sony, right?
I honestly I don't know because it's if it's a non-profit thing, I really don't know how it works.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like that horrible Friday the 13th thing that you made me watch way back in the day that
Hey,
you will never hear the end of. It was terrible, flat out terrible.
it had a real ex porn actress in it. It seemed legit.
Who stole her name from the greatest comic book character of all time?
Hey, you gotta admit, Jason looked really scary in that.
He had
Come
a hockey mask.
on.
He wore
Give
a
me
hockey mask. It's not that hard to do.
give me some
You can go
credit
down to Dick's
here.
Sporting Goods. You can go to Academy Sports. You can go to any of them and pick
You
it right up.
listen here. Give me some credit on that.
No.
Yes.
But anyway, the Spider-Man Seasons of Change is actually a pretty decent little fan film, and I do suggest watching it. Like it is not the most engrossing Spider-Man story you're ever going to see, but for what they did on the small budget that it's reported to have, you'll be amazed at what they actually accomplished.
How many views have they had, Chris?
I honestly don't know. I'll have to pull it up.
And I still stand by my record about that Friday the 13th film.
About the what?
I still stand by my record about that Friday the 13th film. It was really good.
It was terrible.
Oh, a legit porn actress in it. At least she didn't say, "Oh, daddy," in it, when she saw Jason. Oh, daddy.
Uh, I've got it pulled up here so you can actually see.
Oh, no, honey, I can't see that shit. You know that. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's him in a sweatsuit, and
Yeah. That
but
looks that looks
the
actually legit.
the sequel actually sets up the new costume, and Seasons of Fate is the sequel, and they have the promos on there, and you can see they do actually have the costume right.
Does it show the views on the first film?
2,300 views on Seasons of Change behind the scenes. Let me go back. 403,000 views 2 years ago. It was put on there for the actual
Wow.
Seasons of Change.
That's actually pretty good.
It has been seen, and but it's like I said, it's definitely worth a watch. It is not the most fantastic film you will ever come across. It's not the most engrossing Spider-Man story you're ever going to come across, but they were faithful to the characters. And that, above all else, gets them props for me. The fact that they were able to be faithful, pull off what they did with the very small budget that they had, and make it look as good as it did.
Also, in that new Avengers film, uh, Garfield and Tobey Maguire is going to be in it too. I saw that.
And
I just now remembered. I had to say that while I was thinking about it. But
still,
yeah,
I think Andrew Garfield was the best portrayal of Spider-Man so far.
I
And I
like
know
him.
that's not popular opinion, but he really did have the character more accurate. Like, Spider-Man was a wise guy, and Peter Parker had all kinds of problems, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And Tom Holland, he just has no problems in in the movies that I see. Like, he's not at all relatable.
I see that.
And that was literally, that was what Stanley wanted, was a character that was relatable to all
But
people.
but
Spider-Man
they're
had
going to,
allergies. Spider-Man had money problems. Spider-Man had girl problems. Spider-Man had all kinds of problems.
well, I can probably see Tom Holland um, being aged out here probably after this Spider-Man 4 because he's getting too old.
Well, he can grow up,
How
and
old is Tom Holland? I can't
I
ask
forgot how
Siri
to
while
tell
I'm
you.
on the phone with you, on while I'm recording with you, but he's
Yeah,
got to
I'm
be
just
at
gonna look it
least.
up.
He's not a kid anymore.
29 years old. He is not old.
No, I guess not. I was thinking he's in his 30s at this point,
Not
but
quite.
he's pushing it to play a teenager now. Not unless they do some kind of little, you know, Botox stuff with the special effects on his face. But anyways, what else you got to talk
And
about?
since you mentioned it, Spider-Man then versus now.
Yep.
The now is actually the costume that it should be. But I did want to go back to Madonna because it was her birthday this past weekend. So, of course, I had to celebrate. I listened to Madonna all day long. I watched Who's That Girl again. And, I can never get enough of my Madonna. So, since it was her birthday and we've talked about the celebration tour, Paul, I want you to tell me, what was your favorite film performance from Madonna?
Film, as in a film.
Yep.
I would say Who's That Girl?
See, I
I love the movie Who's That Girl? I love it.
I'm torn between two. Who's That Girl is hilarious, but as far as an in-depth story, there's only two that really
And I got
you
another one.
cannot argue. It's Avita and A League of Their Own.
League of Their Own was good. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that one. And another favorite, while I'm thinking about it, Brian just sent a message over saying, "Yeah, but Tom Holland's butt looks the best in that outfit." And he just sent over "Desperately Seeking Susan" was his favorite by far.
And that was a great one.
Yeah.
They really thought Madonna was going to launch a film career from that movie.
So another favorite performance of mine was she's on Will and Grace when she's in that apartment with Karen.
And she refused to perform as herself. She had to be a character for the show.
She had to be a character for the show. I remember that, and I remember them talking behind the scenes about it. That they, like, what's his name? Not Will. I forget his name that plays his character. But they're talking about how
Eric
um,
McCormick.
Eric McCormick, how they really couldn't fraternize too much with her because she didn't want to talk too much of the cast because she wanted to be in her character when she came out on to act. She didn't want to talk to them until she was in character on the set. And she really didn't break character the whole time she's on set. And I think that was pretty cool.
And one thing that I do love that people forget about was her surprise appearance on Coffee Talk with Linda Richmond on Saturday
Oh
Night
my
Live.
God. I remember that.
It's like butter,
But,
like two
but
sticks of butter. I'm getting the clip. Talk amongst yourselves.
talk amongst yourselves. Yeah.
But that, like, I remember watching it and not even realizing it was Madonna when I watched it. Like, I
Really?
had no clue who it was because she had that crazy wig on, and I mean, it was she had the accent all strong, and playing Liz Rosenberg should have been a clue because that was her publicist back in the day. But I just watched it live and didn't even consider the fact that it was Madonna. And then, of course, you had Roseanne Barr, who was actually not the pariah that she is now at the time.
Yeah.
And you had Mike Myers, and then out of nowhere comes Barbara Streisand, which, if you see the reactions of the three on the set, that was completely unplanned because they were all three just floored by Barbara Streisand walking out there.
I love SNL back in the day. You can't get any better than that. Me being a kid, it was taboo for me to watch it because my mom is like, it's just too much, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and see, I was a very sheltered child growing up, but a lot of people don't know that. But I had a little 12-inch black and white TV with little rabbit ears on my TV in my bedroom. And I would sit at the foot of my bed like this, and I would tune it in for Saturday Night Live to watch that when I was a kid. And I would sit there with my pillows propped up at the foot of my bed watching my television. I wish I
Okay,
had that. I wish I had that television a million
since we
times
have
better.
sidetracked, favorite Saturday Night Live character.
Do what now?
Favorite Saturday Night Live character.
Oh, that would have to be Rosanna Dana. I
She was great. I love Gilda Radner, but when I think
love
Saturday Night
her.
Live, one character above all else.
What's yours?
Well, isn't that special?
Oh, Church Lady. Oh my God,
I
yes.
love the church lady.
Oh, isn't that special? Who could it possibly be?
Could
Satan?
it be Satan?
Satan? I
The,
saw,
the church lady
Dana
was the best.
Carvey. Dana Carvey came back not too long ago. What was it? A year or two ago when he revived that character on SNL? He came back and did it.
Well, I know that he did not come back for the reunion special because he had the flu.
Oh, okay.
So the reunion special they did earlier this year, late last year, whenever it was, that was why Dana Carvey did not appear. I
I'm
don't know why John Lovitz appeared all by himself. I don't know if there was something going on there, but John Lovitz was in it, but he was in a set by himself.
I also love in today's shows that they're doing is the weekend update with the two guys
Colin and what's his name? I can't think of the other guy.
Colin, no, not Colin.
Colin
Anyways,
Jost.
it's the black guy and the white guy, but they write the
Yeah,
scripts
Colin
for each
Jost is
other.
one of them.
They write the scripts for each other, and and the stuff that they write for each other, I bust a gut because I watch it on TikTok. After they post it the next day on TikTok, and I completely crap my pants every time I watch that. They really don't know what they're saying until they're reading it. So,
But with that, it's actually run longer than I was planning to run for this video tonight. So, did you have any final things to talk about, or
well, this is what happens when you just go in unscripted and you just talk.
that's what we are every time we're
we
unscripted?
need to just
Paul
call it.
takes us on 15 different tangents in once.
We need to call this coffee talk and start brewing coffee. So,
No, because I hate coffee. It's the stuff of the devil.
oh, okay, you can drink your fancy tea.
Tea. It's always tea, just so you know at home.
Yeah,
And
I'll
as
drink my
David
coffee.
Letterman would say, when you see me partake of my beverage on camera, feel free to partake of your beverage at home.
Well, I partake all the time. So, anyways, I did pick up some coffee from Biltmore. I went to Biltmore yesterday, and they had some coffee
That must
there.
have been like $8,000.
No, it was it was put out by Oliver Pluff for Biltmore. Oliver Pluff is actually located in Charleston. It's a tea and coffee plantation located in Charleston, South Carolina, but it was a coffee made specifically for Biltmore. So I'll be brewing some of that in the morning with my morning meal with my eggs and sausage.
Well, I will say that I've been really impressed with some of the teas and the tins at TJ Maxx. I got several of them. They had raspberry, mango, peach. Um, there's a blueberry one, an acai. and I can't remember what else there was. Pineapple was one of them,
As
and
a
the
form
pineapple one was really good.
as a former employee of TJ Maxx, I don't care.
Still, those teas are good.
But yeah, I gotta admit, those teas that they get in, they're not very expensive at all. But if you buy them in specialty stores, they are really expensive. So they do get good deals on those.
Well, I know the tins that I bought were 50 tea bags in the tin, and they were like 3.89, 4.29, something like that.
Not bad at all. No.
So, and they're good teas. Like I drink Lipton usually, but and they're green tea. So just because I like green tea a lot, it's more healthy than the black tea and the orange pico and all that. But
Now we're talking about tea and coffee. Okay. All
I
right.
love the tea. I can talk about tea. It's like I can talk about tea, and I always tell people if you want me to get in a good mood, ask me about my dog because I will always get happy talking about my dog.
How is your dog, by the way?
Well, for those that don't know, she had surgery, and they basically I took her in for routine visit, and they found a mass on her spleen. They removed the spleen and did a biopsy of the mass. It has come back benign, cautiously optimistic. That could there's what they found was there were possible indications of cancer, but there is no cancer in it. So she
That's
had her spleen removed, she had the mass removed, and cautiously optimistic, she is cancer free.
oh, congratulations.
And that dog, I love that dog so much. And she breaks my heart so often because she's afraid of everything. And I was like, for this sweet little dog, well, she's not a little dog, but she's still my puppy. For this sweet dog to have to go through all of this just breaks my heart. Thunderstorm today, she was terrified. There's nothing I can do to keep her happy when there's loud thunder. She doesn't like rain hitting the roof of the house. She's afraid to walk on floors because her feet slip out from underneath her. I mean, it's
Oh,
she is afraid of everything. But she is the sweetest dog, the best behaved dog I've ever had. And I don't want anything bad for her. And it was the vet said that they could go without doing the surgery. They said they could go without sending off the mass for biopsy. But I was like, she's able to get it out now. Let's go ahead and do it.
yeah.
When they got the mass, I was like, well, we won't know what to do for her health if we don't do the biopsy. So I had them do the biopsy. And it was not cheap, but she's my baby and I'm going to do whatever I can for her.
Of course, she's your
So,
baby. Yeah.
and she, like I said, she is the sweetest little dog.
Well, I'm glad she's doing a whole lot better, and she's going to continue to heal and make a 100% recovery from that.
Hopefully. And
She
she's
will.
back to normal. And that's one thing. This dog, she wants to play, but she won't play. Like, you can get her a rope bone and she'll grab it in her mouth. And as soon as you make the slightest little tug, it can just be like that, and she'll let go. Like she will
Oh,
not tug of war with it at all. Now, Jimmy, the dog I had before, he was Lab Dalmatian mix. I could literally pick him up off the ground and spin a circle with him in the air because he was holding on to that rope bone so hard.
yeah,
She
that's my
doesn't,
dog. My dog will pull that like crazy. So, yeah, I get it.
but there's nothing better than a dog. And I've been going out walking at the Greenway here, and there was one day I was out walking, and this woman had two boxers with her, and the one saw me from a distance, and like literally the dog got all excited, and she said that as soon as the dog saw me, it got excited. She didn't know why. I don't know why, but that dog came running up to me, tail wagging, just as happy as it could be to see me.
Oh,
And I was like, I love dogs, and apparently that dog can tell.
well, they can
Or,
tell when there's a dog lover. Yeah,
or it's like the whole dog's journey and dog's way home and all those movies. Maybe it was Jimmy from the past reincarnated.
could be. Yeah.
and came across me again. But no matter what it was, that dog was very happy to see me, and it was a sweet dog. And I'm gonna pet a dog when it comes up to me every time.
Of
So
course.
dogs are better than anything on this earth. But
I
that's
love
something else I see is the wildlife in there. There's geese that are staying in the river right now, and one like the first day that I went down there, the geese were out in the river honking, and I love geese honking. Like to me, that's a very soothing sound, and other people may think I'm crazy for that, but to me, that is a great noise to hear.
Yeah, I love the
And
sounds of nature. They're sweet. I love geese. Yeah.
there's a mama deer and her fawn that I keep seeing. There were turtles out in the river, like on the trees that were down in the river. There were turtles on there yesterday and today. There's a crane that stays out there. Squirrels everywhere, and I've put the picture on Facebook. There was one squirrel that had its tail lopped off, and I feel bad for it because
Oh.
like that much of a tail, and it's like poor little squirrel. I don't know what happened to it, but that's why I enjoy the greenways, all the wildlife.
Yeah, seeing all that. I love seeing all the wildlife like that out too when I'm out walking. So it's very soothing.
But, so thank y'all for watching. Tell us what you enjoy. Do you like seeing dogs? Do you love dogs running up to you like
Of
that? And
course.
you go out walking just to see the wildlife? Do you see just the plant life? Or do you go walking in the mall? Or do you just not walk? That's a possibility too.
I
But
don't
leave
walk.
us
I hate
comments. Let us
people.
know. Tell us what you want us to talk about. We'll be glad to review something for you if you send us a link to it, or tell us, say there's a movie from the past. Because there's one that I want to find, and it's not streaming anywhere. It's called Green Mansions. I found out that it's Audrey Hepburn played Rima, Queen of the Jungle, which is a comic book character. So it's basically the first comic book heroine ever to hit the screen was
Okay.
Audrey Hepburn. But it's not streaming on anything, so I haven't been able to watch it.
We'll figure it out.
But again, leave us comments. Tell us what you want us to talk about. We'll be glad to do it because it's not all doom and gloom here, as you see. We can talk about Trump and still have fun.
Yeah, and we'll go on tangents as well.
Always. So we're famous for that. But any parting words, Paul?
You know what? Go forth and be the awesome person you could possibly be. The better person than you were today. Be the better person tomorrow.
And with that, I think we'll close. So until next time, goodbye, everybody.
Ciao, Bella.